What up, peeps? Tony Baker here, back with another movie review, except this is a series recap of X-Men 97, episode 7. So now we're finally back to really talking about what happened on Genosha. You know, the last episode they focused on, Professor X and Storm and what they were going through. Now we're dealing with the after effects of what happened on Genosha, how Rogue is handling things, because we know she went through the ringer in episodes, gloriously heartbreaking episode 5. And so it's like, man, how's Rogue doing, man? Forget all this other stuff. Rogue and them. They open up with a funeral for Gambit. Nightcrawler's there, looking over the proceedings. He is a man of God, so who better than to lead the funeral proceedings? Wolverine is there, Jubilee is there, Cyclops and Jean. And, Gambit's friends from the swamp are there, his friends and family. And it's sad, but Rogue isn't there. And Jubilee's like, yo, where's Rogue? And Nightcrawler's like, yo, you wasn't there. Basically like, yo, you wasn't there, so hush. She went through a lot. Everybody's handling grief in their own way. She's going through it right now, but Rogue is on a rampage. She's been pulling up on military installations. She pulled up on General Ross, and he was cocky. He was like, man, this facility is built to handle the Hulk. And Rogue just busted up in there like, I want some answers. Where is Trask and where is Gyrick? All right? She's just on the warpath. I'm just like, yes. As she should be, man. That was a lot, man. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. I don't want to hear we turning the other cheek. I don't want to hear none of that. I want answers with the Rogue accent. So she's on that quest. Of course, Jean is back. But at the same time, Scott was with Jean before. But it wasn't really Jean. It was a clone of Jean. But technically it was Jean, but it wasn't Jean. So the real Jean is like, yo, I know you love and miss Madeline. And I'm jealous, but at the same time, can I be? Like, you thought she was me? So it's like, it's a weird dynamic, but Madeline did exist. They did share a child together, so of course he's reeling from that. And it's like hard to navigate. Like, how do you navigate that as Scott and as Jean? It's a tough situation to be in that, we can't fathom that in real life because I don't even know if that's possible, but they trying to make it possible. I don't know what's going on with these clone situations. That's neither here nor there. And then, everybody's dealing with the loss. The X-Men decide to go to Genosha to help rebuild. Roberto still hasn't come out to his family that he is a mutant, and Jubilee is like, yo, you should tell your family who you really are. And he's like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, but I don't know, but yeah, but I don't know. And so it's tough. It's easy for us to be like, tell your parents, but he's like, they super rich and, wealthy. I don't know how they're going to take it. They go have their little meeting with Roberto's parents, and, he tells his mom, like, I'm a mutant. She's like, I know. We already knew. You know what I'm saying? You did? Like, yeah, we knew. I still love you all the same. But if you could just keep this on the hush. Your father's running for this office. We don't need the extra. So if you could just keep this tucked away, and then that's when they were like, oh, I gotta muffle who I really am for personal gain. And so that was the tough part about right there. So he had the relief, but then he got backhanded with the, I still love you as a mom, but we ashamed of you kind of, sort of, because you're going to ruin the family business. So that's a tough situation to be in. Also, Rogue encountered Captain America, who's also on the case to find Gyrick. And she's just like, all right, well, you got all this information. You hacked this computer or whatever. Let's go get him. And then Captain America, with his old follow the rules ass, is like, no, I got to go through the proper channels. And Rogue is like, man, fuck your channels and fuck your shield. And she just throws his shield into the mountains. Cap is just like, that's what we doing out here. And so she's on a mission, man. She ain't got time for the fun and games. The X-Men show up at Genosha. They reunite with Rogue. They get a message from Trask, like, yo, Mr. Sinister made me do it, man. I'm sorry, man. I know I created the Sentinels, but if y'all can come to this facility and then in the machine get this soda, and that's gonna lead you into the secret lab, just come through. And they like, man, we don't trust him, but we should go. And so they end up going, and then they find out that they have this super advanced technology to make these Sentinels that are super like humanoid, and like this type of technology would just be like, this would be a no-go. They're like, yo, we cannot have this. How did they get this advanced technology? Trask is feeling all guilty. He's standing on the edge, ready to off himself. And Rogue is like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going nowhere. And then he's saying his little piece. And Rogue is like, you know what? She drops him off the roof. And I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Rogue's energy. I respect the turn the other cheek, and we got to be better and bigger than that. But sometimes you reach a breaking point where you just like, f you and f that. And that's the time Rogue is on. Drops him off the roof, and the X-Men's like, clutching the pearls. But turns out he was a sentinel the whole time down there. And so now they getting their ass kicked by this Trask sentinel advanced being. And they get saved by Cable, because Cable had the technology to EMP him, not out of existence, but out of commission. And so Cable comes in, saves the day. We find out who another player is. Bastion comes in and kills Gyrick. Because Rogue rolled up on Gyrick and was like, yo, you gonna give me the answers I want. He trying to be tough. And Rogue was like, I'm gonna just grab your face and get all the information I need out of your soul. You feel me? And he's living the life in a nice little resort. He's supposed to be locked up. It's a resort. He in there collecting his little butterflies, and Rogue is like, oh, this what we doing in here? This how we living, huh? Then Bastion comes in, kills Gyrick, you know, with the old school suffocation while they laying down with the oxygen mask. He was like, nah, I'm gonna just give you the two-hand press. Takes him out of commission. And so now we like, what is Bastion's goal here? What's he got cooking up? And turns out, at the end, we find out that Magneto is indeed still alive, and Bastion is holding him hostage. She got the collar on him. I knew Magneto was still alive. It was just something about the way his death played out visually, and the fact that there was no funeral. It was just like, yeah, Magneto died. And it was kind of like, and I get it. He used to be a villain, but Magneto's a major player. So I'm like, why they just... And Rogue had a relationship with Magneto too, so it was just kind of like everybody was focused on Gambit, which they should be, but also Magneto. They was like, nah, Gambit. Turns out he was still alive, and I'm not surprised. I knew it. So now we gonna find out what's next. I feel like these next 3 episodes are really gonna heat up, and it's gonna be about that action. So get your feet together, you know, get your heart in order. I don't know who's gonna live, who's gonna die. I don't know what's finna happen, but I feel like it's gonna be quite explosive, and I'm all in, man. X-Men 97 is so good, man. Another good episode, moving the story forward. Stakes, emotions. I care about the characters. This is everything I've ever dreamed of. But forget all that. You want to know the smooth jazz review of X-Men 97, episode 7? Well, here it is. Oh yeah. I'm giving X-Men 97, episode 7, 4.5 saxophones out of 5. I like Mad Rogue, man, and I feel it. When you be pissed off, you don't want no excuses, man. Just Rogue, grab everybody's face. You know how effective she would be as a cop when she could just get into your memories by grabbing your face? What would be your move, though? Would you grab faces or grab the wrists? I would probably just grab the wrist because I don't want you to break out. You know what I'm saying? You grab people's face, they might break out. You know, faces are sensitive, so you got to be careful with that. Even though I'm going to steal your whole soul and your whole energy and your powers and your memories, I don't want your face to break out. I don't want you to have that along with amnesia. And you wake up like, damn, why do I have pimples here? Because I grabbed your face and stole everything. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, peeps, that's my review of X-Men 97, episode 7. Let me know what you thought of episode 7 in the comment section below. Are you mad at Rogue? Do you feel like Rogue is going too far? What's your take on it? How would you handle it if you were Rogue? Let me know in the comment section below. And are you surprised that Magneto is still alive? I was not. And also, how would you handle it in the Jean Grey, Scott Summers, Madeline Pryor situation? Would you be understanding, or would you still just be like, that's a different bitch? That's a different bitch, Scott. Let me know how you would handle it in that situation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, we out here.